All right, we are BBG, the Big Bad Game-a-thon 2018, and there are a buttload of people in the hosting channel right now because we are gathering together to say some words. Don't go away yet because we got one heck of a big raid coming. We had, at one point during that run, 4,000 viewers, and at some point in the marathon, 6,000, which has topped our PB from last year by something like 14 times. You guys are ridiculous. This has been an amazing event, and just everything has gone so wonderfully. Technical problems aside, you know, things happen. 0 setup times for the entire event. Chat's been amazing. Viewers have been amazing. But I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to pass the mic over to our fearless leader, Kowal, who's been in and out and practically had no sleep during the entire event because he's that into it. So, Kowal, you go ahead and say a few words here, and yeah, pass the mic on over whenever you're ready.
All right, guys, this has been a wild event. It's been a crazy ride. I've had a ton of fun. I hope you guys have liked the lineup this year. We've had some awesome runs. I am not too proud to tell you all that I actually cried a few times during the final run because I was so proud of all the work we put into this and the show we put together for you and all the runners. There's a few things I just want to throw out there. Some fun stats. I'm an accountant. That's what I do. Over the course of Epic Dumpster Bear, there were more viewers at times for Epic Dumpster Bear than there were for Super Smash Bros. Melee, Magic the Gathering, StarCraft 2, Heroes of the Storm, Retro, Smite, Rocket League, Terraria, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy VII, and Resident Evil 4, and Madden NFL 19. The support you guys have shown this year has been absolutely unbelievable. Big shout out to Ron Donaldson of Log Games LLC, I believe it was the suffix for that. The creator of Epic Dumpster Bear. Again, I mentioned it in the chat a few times. I'm very excited about it. It's on sale right now. The game is fantastic, and any dev who's willing to join us on an event like this is worth your time and money. So please go support Ron Donaldson with that. I have a few other shout outs to make over the course of this little outro here before I pass the mic over. The first one is a big shout out to all of our mods and our volunteer staff. Our volunteer staff last year was pretty small. We only had about 8 to 10 people who were available throughout the weekend. This year we about doubled that. And I'm not going to name everybody by name, but the folks that we had this year to help us out were tremendously helpful. We expected to grow this year by about 100%. We expected to basically double what we did last year. We grew by 1,400% on average. And if we compare high water marks, it was actually more than that. So the staff has been instrumental in growing the event and making this a huge success. And I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you've poured into this. Everybody knows that I've poured my heart and soul into this event for the 2 years that we've been running it so far. I can't wait to pour it into it for next year. These guys are going to laugh at me. I actually have a checklist of what I want to go over for BBG 2019 up in front of me right now in Notepad, because I can't wait to showcase more bad games to all of you. And I can't thank our staff enough for being able to put this together for us. I want to thank Retro Gamer Ryan, who actually produced Botsy the Bot Cat. You may have noticed Botsy in the chat periodically telling us that the next frame is being loaded. Botsy the Bot Cat, it is a development that was schemed up between fellow staff member Corndan as well as Retro Gamer Ryan, who actually did the programming element of it. Botsy the Bot Cat is, in my opinion, the most advanced way that online marathons can run. Botsy the Bot Cat does basically everything we want except that one run coming in on Friday night into Saturday morning, which leads me to my next shout out. Big shout out to Pa Sama, one of our runners who ran for us, Little Merlin as well as Ancient Roman. Pa Sama took it on her shoulders to carry the marathon during the 2 hours or so that Botsy had a hiccup before we were able to get that fixed. So a huge shout out to her. Please give her a follow. She is a fantastic runner and a lot of fun. I want to thank Sinister One for their support as well. And I want to thank all of the runners, especially Faizu, Mizuko, and Pete Dorr, who have managed to give us some bonus runs throughout the run. Pete, in particular, was waiting in the wings to give us Sonic R the entire weekend. We had a feeling we might have space for it. We let him know about a week ago. And he's had it chambered and ready since that moment. And I'm sure he was quite certain he wasn't going to get a chance to play it for us. We were able to sneak it in at the very last minute to ensure that we got a chance to see that. One last stat I'm going to leave with you guys. Our high water mark this year, by my count, is 6,219 viewers. Last year, our high water mark was 410. I don't know how I can allow that to sink in anymore. That is an unbelievable amount of growth, and I cannot thank you enough. I mentioned earlier I actually got a little weepy during this run. I definitely cried at least 3 different times during that run, and at least one of them, admittedly, was from laughing so hard that I couldn't see anymore. But at the same time, like, that is an enormous amount of support. I cannot thank you enough. There's so many things we want to do with this channel going forward, and we can't wait to show you what we have lined up for next year. But I'm going to make myself cry again if I keep going. So I am going to pass it on down to Corndan, who is the technical mastermind behind this event.
Just like Koal said, I can't say enough about what Retro Gamer Ryan did for us, including, by the way, fixing Botsy at 3 a.m. so we could continue on with the marathon. He stopped in, saw what was going on, and actually fixed it for us right away, and so that we didn't actually have that problem going on. I think one of the things that we don't take for, that maybe we all take for granted is that how smooth, aside from that, everything ran. Sub-minute setup times, people were ready to go. The bot covered everything all weekend, to the point that I got full hours of sleep waiting for something to break. It was amazing. You guys though are really the true heroes of Big Bad Game-a-thon. We couldn't do it without all the viewers, and we certainly couldn't. The fact that 6,000 of you set up, came in to show up, it's amazing. And we're looking forward to putting on some other events for you, not just Big Bad Game-a-thon 2019. That's certainly coming, but we have some other things waiting in the wings. So stay tuned. We will certainly have more to come, and we want you guys there to see all of the ridiculous bad things that we want to put out there. I don't have much else. We'll go ahead and throw it to Bro Sencha.
All right, I'm not going to have too much either. I take a little bit more of a backseat during this marathon than others, but it still is definitely my favorite of the year. Honestly, I don't know. It's like I get to come and sit around with some of my best friends. Like I know tons of the people who are chatting. It's just always a special time where it's just a celebration of all the hilarity that we've experienced, and I'm glad that occasionally I can give people bad games and then see them here. It's just fun. It's fun. Huge shout outs to Justin for being patient with me throughout this whole weekend, as well as feeding me, because I wouldn't eat otherwise. The staff have been great. The mods have been great. The commentators have been fantastic. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Just thank you, seriously, everybody, for being the best. Okay, Faizu, take it away. Or you don't have to.
By a shark.
I think Faizu's mic broke again.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Okay, you're there.
Oh, there we go. Thank God. Well, we couldn't end this without at least one more technical difficulty, could we? This is Big Bad Game-a-thon. I don't have anything planned to say, but I mean, there is so much to say. I am astonished at the amount of growth that we've had this year. And I'm amazed as well at the support that we've got from all of the viewers who've come in, and just how chill everyone has been, how much everyone has enjoyed this. I mean, this has been a lot of stress, a lot of work, mostly from Koal and Corndan, admittedly, but it's been a lot to get this going, to get all of this sorted, and to get it running as smoothly as it did, and I'm so glad it went as well as it did. And I just want to thank, everyone who helped out with this, all of the runners who did amazing jobs, especially those who had to deal with the technical hiccups that were going on, and all of the viewers as well who came in to support this, to enjoy this. It's been a busy weekend, but it's been a fantastic one, and I'm so proud to have been a part of it. And I really do hope that you all enjoyed it. With that, I will pass it over to Mr. T to say a few words.
All right, here's Mr. T. Well, I don't have much to say like the rest of the people. I just wanted to, as part of the more external part of the staff, I wanted to give it a shout out and thank you to Kowal, Corndon, Brasentia, everyone for accepting me and accepting everyone in the mod team. Also, I want to thank you for letting me host and everyone else. And I just want to make a quick shout out and tell everyone, if you got a game, if you want something, if you feel something good enough for Big Bad Game-a-thon, just submit it. Because we can't have more than enough games. There's always room for new games, for new experiences. So just hop on, submit a new game, so on. Come join us. Well, I don't have much to say, so I'll give it over to Jangle. Thanks again.
Hi everyone, this is Jungle Storm, the so-called Dutch touch of the staff team, I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to echo with what other people have said. I mean, when this started out last year, it was already a great turnout, but to see it grow like this, I think exceeded everyone, all of our expectations, really. So, yeah, it's just amazing to see, and I still can't believe it, really. Yeah, also, yeah, massive thanks to Cordan and Kowal for making this happen. Anyone else? Yeah, I mean, it's been great. It's just great to be part of it and to do those. And I can definitely recommend submitting for next year if you have something that you think might be worthy showing. Any crap, just do. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you all. I love you all. I'm gonna throw it over to.
Okay, it's my turn now to say thank you to Kowal, thank you Cordan, thank you to all the people out there that have watched Big Bad Game-a-thon. And it's just like so surreal that there's so many people that are interested in seeing these games that we've put so much time and effort on. But I want to say, people are like saying, if you have a game that is, that you want to submit to Big Bad Game-a-thon, that's great. Find the bad games out there. Find all of them. Find something that people just don't, that you enjoy, but other people might not, and try and find like the beauty out there in some of those bad games. And it's like some of the stuff that we find, it's just, it's amazing and funny, but it's just try and find those games so you can show it and submit them and bring it to our attention. Because yeah, it's a great feeling to see something that nobody's ever seen before, and we just all laugh or just enjoy those games. But now I'm going to throw it over to Meekin.
I can't believe that the one hosting shift I had this marathon was the big crash of Botsy, where we kind of had to hang around for about, a half hour waiting on the maintenance crew to come fix it. And I had a lot of fun just hanging out in chat, watching these silly games. I can't stress enough how much everyone else does for this marathon. I just get to sit here and make a goof of myself without really doing much of the behind the scenes stuff. So thanks for letting me make a clown of myself during my one hosting shift. I really want to thank Unikitten, who's been kind of heading the mod stuff. We got to hang out and chat a little bit and just kind of watch all this crazy stuff going on here. And I don't really have a whole lot. Just thank you, everyone. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully we can, maybe next year there won't be a giant crash like there was both this time and last time during my shift. All right. I think that's all. I think, Qual, you wanted to end this up here?
I'm sorry, one quick interjection.
Oh, Tristan, spicy.
Yeah. Sorry. One quick interjection. Yeah, Meekin has been the host 2 years in a row when our one technical glitch happened, and both times they've just completely rocked it while either myself or Corndan was panicking in the background. Big shout out there. Anyway, I'm sorry, Kowal, go ahead.
No, Meekins is on my list for a last-minute shout-out as well for exactly the same reason. It's really hard to be the one who has to right the ship when things go wrong. Meekins is cursed, and this has happened 2 years in a row, and Meekins nailed it. So shout-outs to Meekins. A few other last-minute shout-outs I forgot. Cannon. KANON on Twitter. Please follow this person. They are doing a restream of Big Bad Game-a-thon. I think they finished the one from last year in French for our French viewers. It is unbelievable how much work goes into translating a thing like this to a foreign language. Canon has gone the extra mile purely on volunteer work throughout the course of the year as they've had time to present our bad games to you in French. I am going to venture a guess that Canon will probably do at least the highlights of this year as well. Huge shout outs to Canon. Also, I called out earlier the mods, volunteers, and runners. I neglected to call out the couches. Those of you who supported your runners on the couch, thank you so much. The marathon last year, compared to this one, pretty small. It is really hard to sort of not value appropriately how much you help your runner when you're on the couch just to steady them and calm their nerves and chill them out. And we had a few first-time marathon runners in this event who looked at it when we were down at our low water mark. 800 people was our low water this year, and got real nervous because they'd never been in front of a crowd that big. And that's natural if you've never been in front of a crowd that big. And it's really hard to sort of appreciate how much a difference that makes to a runner when you have a good friend in the chat with you. And we also had a few people on the couch today who were meeting the runner for the first time. Ron Donaldson meeting Linkums properly inside of the chat during our finale, as well as during Peter Jackson's King Kong was also a first-time meeting with perfect chemistry during the run. It was unbelievable. So thank you so much for supporting your runners. One last shout out to Linkums and Ron Donaldson again. Linkums for a fantastic finale run. Ron Donaldson for having a great sense of humor, a wit, and the appreciation for what this event is about and being able to embrace it. I cannot tell you how much that means to me as a marathon organizer to have somebody like Ron available for this sort of thing. It was overwhelming, and I think that's really what caused me to get a little teary-eyed during the final run. I have one last request, and that is that all of you who are interested in bad games, bad game-a-thons, exhibitions, races, all sorts of this stupid crap that we love to do for you guys, go hit up the Big Bad Game-a-thon Twitter. It's Big Bad Game-a-thon, at Big Bad Game-a-thon. It's exactly like it's spelled on the screen right now without the hyphens. Ignore the hyphens. Hyphens are dumb anyway. If you follow that Twitter account, we use it a few times throughout the year to show off a few different things. We do races, we do showcases, we do blind runs, we do whatever we sort of feel like at any given moment. We actually had one mini marathon. Unfortunately, we had to call earlier this year because it was during the summer and everybody had all sorts of summer plans that came up. But we're going to revisit that too. We're going to have all sorts of crazy crap. You don't want to miss any of it. It's going to be a bunch of dumpster fires. And speaking of dumpster fires, and speaking of supporting our good friends and the runners and their couches and their communities, I want to sign off on this the right way, and we are going to show some support to one of our valuable runners. And we're going to show it with our dumpster fires. Yeah, throw those dumpster fires in the chat. Let's get lit in here. See what I did there? It's because, never mind, you wouldn't get it. No, we're going to show some support. We're going to send this over with a big raid, and we're going to go say hello to Pete Dorr, who ran for us a whole bunch of games. We got Sonic R at the last minute. Pete was kind enough to race me in Bubsy on PlayStation 4. We got Flintstones Bowling. We got Super Bombad Racing. And he even gave us a showcase of the Life of Black Tiger. And Life of Black Tiger, really, if you haven't seen that yet, you're going to watch the VOD a little later. Whew, that is something. I can't believe that made it onto the PlayStation Network. But yes, we're going to go raid Pete. So tell Pete how much you enjoyed the event, how much you appreciate him for all the effort he's put into the event this year with multiple runs. And if you've got that dumpster fire, and you know the dumpster fire I'm talking about, you show Pete that dumpster fire and you thank him so much for all of his hard work. This is Koal Lazy saying thank you all from myself, Corndan, Brosentia, Faizu, Jangle Storm, Meekins, Mr. T, NPC, Trisden, Unikitten, and everybody else who declined to speak tonight or wasn't available. Have a great night. We'll see you next year.